So I think it's a different situation.
We're gonna go a little bit deeper here because I'm gonna take the baton from him and I'm gonna take it to another level. The NFL, as I have alluded to, are masters at marketing its three-letter brand. And they handpick, no matter what they say, they handpick guys that have mass appeal. Peyton Manning and the Manning family, they're an institution. They're the first
But they
family.
have to start backing it up first, right?
I totally understand.
Okay.
Totally understand. It's based on merit.
Yeah.
And nobody would, no one that gets that shine gets it without merit. I'm certainly not accusing anybody but that. But you have to, and I'm going to lean on you to correct me here if I step out of bounds. You have to understand that in a lot of cases, when you're looking at some of these athletes, particularly on the NFL level where you got on your football equipment and the helmets and all of that other stuff, you're disguised to some degree. You're faceless. It's not about you. It's always about the team, and it's about that three-letter brand. Well, it's bad enough that a plethora of individuals get lost in the shuffle. But particularly the black athlete, it takes it to another level. Because you're looking for your time. You're looking for your moment. If you are Richard Sherman, it's bad enough that you are in Seattle.
Yep.
But you came from Compton. You went to Stanford. I mean, your story is sublime. It's pristine. It's off the charts. But not only do you have geographics working against you from in terms of where you were raised to where you went and ultimately now where you're playing, but you also are playing cornerback as opposed to quarterback. And on top of it all, you happen to be black. So the combination of all of those elements, if you're an athlete of his intellect, all right, of his confidence, that strong belief in yourself with the resume to back it up, not just athletically, but academically, you're going to sit there and do whatever you can unapologetically to try to position yourself to grab all the shine you want to. Because the one part about this that's entirely positive on the part of Richard Sherman may very well, the 3.9 GPA comes into play here. He may very well be that individual that's saying, you know something? The hell with positive or negative attention. As long as it's attention, they have to tell my story. If they tell my story, then they're looking at me from the streets of Compton to Stanford, the 3.9 GPA to NFL All-Pro. And maybe, just maybe, if they recognize it with its authenticity, then all of a sudden, every little black kid out there that's in the streets that you counted out, maybe you need to think twice. Because maybe, just maybe, they're the next Stanford student with a 3.9 GPA who may not play ball, but still has this kind of potential. People got to understand that there are black athletes out there that do have a conscience, that do have that heart and soul, that do believe firmly, I want you to see what exists in our community. For those that you count out. And so let's be careful, because we got to understand while we're dissecting it, these are the kind of things we're not bringing up. I'm hearing from a lot of pundits, a lot of commentators out here that's talking about it, and they're not bringing up that part. They're just saying, well, he's a bright guy, and he went to Stanford. No. The story is Compton to Stanford to 3.9 GPA to All-Pro. Don't forget the 3.9 GPA. Don't forget Stanford. Tell that too, because that's what he wants. And I don't think we can ignore that. Am I wrong?
No, I agree. I agree with that. How is this different from the Chad Johnson story in Cincinnati, Ohio, which isn't exactly a media haven, right? Didn't he talk his way onto the national scene? You've seen it up close, right? Yeah. And he had to talk and talk and talk his way, but then he began to back it up on the field, right?
Right. But then his reputation plummeted. But it wasn't. Unfortunately, people keep bringing in reality TV up about Chad. No. It started when you went to play for Bill Belichick and with Tom Brady and couldn't get it done. And the rumor was you couldn't really dissect the system.
Yeah.
That's bad.
All right.
And finally, the NFL said, you're more trouble than you are worth.
There you go.
All right, Jim.
And calling Goodell daddy wasn't
You
going to cut
speak
it.
of calculated emotion, and we talk about Richard Sherman building his brand. After that post-game interview, he gained 300,000 followers on Twitter. So
No surprise.
no surprise there. Coming up next, guys, it's the 4th loss in the last 6 games for Miami. But more importantly, D. Wade misses his 2nd straight game.